So on a whim, a friend of mine had gone to Jamaica as a teacher.
How old were you then?
I would be 24 in those
Still
days.
fairly young.
Fairly
right?
young, a couple of years behind me working in an engineer's department. So I applied for a job in Jamaica. I went down to the Jamaican embassy.
Why Jamaica?
Why not? It was just some place that was not Dundee. It was Scotland's greatest export is its people.
Yeah.
There's 5 million people living in Scotland, and there's 5 million Scottish people living elsewhere in the world.
A lot of them in North America, actually.
That's right, yeah. So Jamaica came up. I was offered a couple of jobs.
Yeah.
One there with the National Water Authority, which was the job that I took. And I was working on some very large projects, United Nations project, World Bank projects. But the projects I enjoyed most were going to little villages in the outside of Kingston and outside of Montego Bay.
Which is the capital of Jamaica. Yeah.
And developing water systems for people, villages that had no water. So it's great having a degree in engineering, but with 4 years of school and 2 years working as an engineer, you're still a rookie. You don't know very much.
No.
But you go to Jamaica, and because you're white and you have that university degree, they expect you to know everything.
Yeah.
And truly you don't.
No.
It was a baptism of fire. You had to be very innovative.
Yeah.
And I credit my life experiences to my 4 years in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Where you were thrown into the deep end. This village doesn't have a water system.
It's a crisis.
Create a water system. And Jamaica is a fairly dry place in the Caribbean, does not get a lot of rain. So you look at this village and you think, how are you going to provide them with water? Do you drill a well or dam a river? Or
Where is the water, right? How deep or what?
So again, you have to be innovative.
Right.
Living in there for a while and thinking about this village every evening, just because of the convection currents, the wind blows in from the ocean every evening, hits the hills on the northern side of Jamaica, and as soon as it hits the mountains, it rains every night.
Oh.
And I thought, there must be some way of capturing that rainfall.
Right.
So we actually made out of concrete, we built a catchment area on the side of a mountain.
Okay.
We dressed took down all the trees, we replaced the topsoil with concrete, and at the bottom we had a curb, a gutter if you like, and we collected rainwater every night when it dropped onto this mountain.
Right.
And then the next challenge was, well, how do we get water to the people?
Right.
So we actually then, using a system of bamboo pipes, because they couldn't...
How big is... this was in the area of Kingston?
This was northern Jamaica, so more closer to Montego Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, using innovative systems like bamboo pipes instead of plastic pipes or concrete pipes.
Right.
But we got my water system. But it was primitive. The reservoir we had a drip system from the reservoir into the pipes, and the drips went through a chlorine basin basically to chlorinate the water. But it worked, and people were happy.
So how long were you in Jamaica?
I was there for 4 years.
Okay.
My eldest son was born in Jamaica, so when he tells people he's Jamaican, they look at him and he's white like me and looks nothing like a Jamaican would look like. So it's a great story.
Yeah.
But it was a good 4 years and great training for what was to become my engineering profession in later life.
Right.
But the key in Jamaica was meeting engineers from the World Bank, really experienced people who'd been around the world doing engineering projects. And in one of those conversations, they said, why don't you come to Canada when your contract is finished? So I did that, not knowing what Canada was, had never been here before.